Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hi, Aunt Karen.
What are you doing today?
I'm just trying to, figure out the baby's new nap schedule. We're trying to make that 2-to-1 nap transition. So the whole nap schedule is gonna change.
Oh, darling, you just stop worrying about wake windows and all these things that we never worried about when I had my babies. Just let the baby sleep when the baby is tired and everything will be just fine.
The 2-to-1 nap transition can be a very big change for babies who need to make the jump to longer wake windows. So in today's video, we're really going to break down when you should make this nap transition and how to make this nap transition. Hey guys, I'm Missy, your favorite pediatric sleep consultant and potty training coach. I've helped hundreds of families through their sleep and potty training struggles, and today I am so excited to share my knowledge with you. If you have a baby or toddler, then you should definitely subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you get notified every time I put out new videos. So let's dig deep and figure out what you should expect during the 2-to-1 nap transition. First things first, we really need to figure out when your child is ready for this transition. Oftentimes I see parents confuse the 12-month sleep regression with this nap transition readiness, and a lot of times around 12 months old, your baby is not ready for the 2-to-1 nap transition. Your baby is just not ready for this huge long wake window in the morning and a huge long wake window in the afternoon and only one nap in the middle of the day. According to statistics, 83% of babies are not ready for this transition at 12 months old. That means that most babies are truly ready for this transition between 14 and 16 months old. So let's just take that age range as a starting point, and then we will consider the following things when deciding if your child is truly ready for this nap transition. So let's talk about 5 signs that your child might be ready for the 2-to-1 nap transition. Number 1, is your child waking up early in the morning? This may just mean that your child is maxing out on their amount of sleep needs, and we need to reallocate the amount of hours that they are sleeping during the day versus the amount of hours they are sleeping at night. Number 2 is nap refusals, which totally makes sense. Typically when a child is ready for the 2-to-1 nap transition, they start refusing one or both of their naps. Typically in most cases, I've seen children refusing their second nap because they've stocked up on so much sleep in their morning nap that they don't need that afternoon nap. However, they can't make it through the rest of the day without some sort of sleep, whether it's a cat nap or a really early bedtime, before crashing. So sign number 3 of readiness for the 2-to-1 nap transition is that your child is taking shorter naps. Generally, this tends to happen when your child is ready to only need one nap during the day. Number 4 would be bedtime struggles. If your child is getting too much sleep during the day, then it's going to push bedtime later. However, if you, the parent, aren't pushing bedtime later, then your child will push bedtime later by having more struggles at bedtime and not falling asleep right when you put your child down for bed. And last but not least, we need to talk about the middle of the night wake-ups. If your child's schedule is not age appropriate and they're not getting the right amount of sleep when they should be getting that sleep, then they're probably gonna start waking up in the middle of the night more often, and this is probably going to make them more tired and groggy and cranky and clingy the following day. If it sounds like your child is ready to make this transition, I want you to leave me a comment down below and say, yes, we are ready. So now you're probably wondering, how do we make this transition? Let me tell you. The first thing I want you to do is push that morning nap to 11 a.m. and let your child sleep for as long as he or she will sleep. Within reason, we only want your child sleeping up to 3 hours for this one big long nap. As the days progress, I want you to push this 11 a.m. nap 15 minutes later every 3 to 5 days, depending on your child's temperament. If you have a more easygoing child, then you can probably push it by 15 minutes every 3 days. But if your child is a little more resistant to change, I want you to stick to the 15-minute increase for 5 days before changing it. You're going to want to push this nap by 15 minutes until your child's nap is at 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If your child sleeps for less than an hour and a half, I want you to leave your child in the crib. Encourage them to fall back asleep by leaving them in that perfect sleep environment. So make sure that your room is dark, Make sure you have white noise and make sure that there is nothing distracting in their room or in their crib. They should not be able to see anything, especially during daytime sleep. You need to really, really make sure that the room is pitch black. If you've done all of those things and your child still slept for less than 90 minutes, I want you to offer a cat nap in the early evening. If you have done all of those things and your child still has not slept for an hour and a half, then I want you to offer a cat nap in the late afternoon. So sometime around 3 o'clock, and then let your child sleep until 3:30, so just about a 30-minute little cat nap, or maybe from 3:30 to 4. But the key here is that you're only offering this catnap for up to 2 weeks. And then you need to just stop offering this catnap because your child's body needs to acclimate to just taking one nap, and they need to stretch that morning nap. And hopefully by the end of 2 weeks, you have pushed nap to probably closer to 11:45, maybe 12 o'clock, and they should be able to make it a little bit longer so that they can really start stretching that nap out and making it to an appropriate bedtime without needing that cat nap. If your child did need that cat nap, they're probably going to have a bedtime closer to 8 p.m. because if they're waking up at 4 o'clock, they're probably going to need at least a 4-hour wake window before going to bed. If your child did not need a cat nap this day, then I want you to push bedtime way early to 6 p.m. I know that sounds early, but it is not going to last forever. Once your child is on a great, consistent schedule and sleeping from about noon to 3 or somewhere in that range, your child will have a more appropriate bedtime around 7 p.m. Now, I know that this is a ton of information, but I want to remind you that this is a very long transition. Do not try and push the morning nap by more than 15 minutes at a time because your child is going to end up overtired and it is just going to cause more problems. So hunker down and get used to the fact that this nap transition is going to take a long time, and it can be frustrating, but in the grand scheme of life, if it takes 1 month to make this transition and to have it be more of a smooth transition than to have it more of a rough transition, I think it's worth it. If you find yourself really struggling through this transition, then you should definitely reach out to me and I would love to help you through. If sleep has just completely fallen off the tracks and you need a one-on-one consultation, please reach out to me, helloslumberandbloom@gmail.com. I hope that you learned a lot from this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Tell me what other videos you want to see down in the comments down below, and share it with a friend. Go ahead and take a screenshot, post it on social media, and make sure to tag me so that I can share your share of my video. While you're waiting for my next video, check out these videos over here and just binge on this whole channel and you'll learn a ton. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Bye. Coffee. Why can't I talk? I can never talk. I gotta burp. I need to look at the camera and not myself.